There's not enough glitter.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be unboxing the new MacBook Pro M1. This is the 13-inch MacBook. And then I'll also be showing you it in comparison to my late 2014 MacBook Pro Retina. So let's get on with this. Let's unbox the MacBook Pro. So we've got this pull tab all the way around. And then, as with Apple, you always have that lovely, like, suction of the pull. It just feels really nice. Move this out of the way. Ah, lovely. So, I've got that, and then straight away, MacBook. I've got the space grey one. I've got space grey. So there we go, we've pull tab this. Very satisfying. Oh, the MacBook is freezing. Very cold. So this is the MacBook, guys. See that? So you've got two ports on the side, USB-C, and then you've got your headphone jack there. And then, if we just put this down here. Then inside the box, we've got, it comes like this. So we've got power cable, which is crazy to think that we're charging this MacBook now with just like this one cable, when you look back at the old one, and it's this massive, you know, brick, and, you know, got the MagSafe, which, you know, I feel like I did like the MagSafe because, you know, if you tripped on the MacBook wire, it doesn't pull your MacBook halfway across the room. So there's that to consider. But supposedly in the new MacBooks next year, they might be bringing MagSafe back again. So what was the point? And then we've got our greeting card. So, oh, nice grey stickers to match the MacBook. That's nice. Never seen that before. And then instruction manual. And I think that's it. It must be. There's that. And then, oh, we do have a brick. I lied. So we have that and this. So it's a little bit different. That one's the extended cable I just showed you. So it's that. And then if we pull this off, we have the cable, which then plugs into there, and then this one, which then, you got it, plugs into here. And there you go. So that's the charging cable. It's not very long. I mean, it doesn't look long, so that's a bit of an annoyance because I did like the extended one I had. Is there anything else in the box? Nope, that is it. Literally just one wire, not very long. And the wrapping and the MacBook. So let's have a quick look at the MacBook then. So if we move these out of the way. So we open it up. You guys are going to see it before I do. Whoa! It's opened already and turned on. Amazing. Love that. I do love Apple and their consistency to detail. So here we go, it's turning on, and we've got the touch bar there at the bottom, and here we go. It's going to ask me to set up the MacBook, and it's that quick. I literally opened it and I'm already going into it, and there you go, voiceover as well if we need it, voice dictation. So I mean, with Macs, you've got to love how, you know, I literally just opened this up and I'm already into it and I'm about to set it up. Not even turned on a power button. Amazing, really. Feels really premium, you know, like as they always do. In terms of what it feels smaller than my old MacBook. Have a quick look. So, move the cable out the way. So here is my old one. Now, let's have them side by side so you can get a idea of what size each Mac is. So you've got the late 2014 Retina MacBook next to the brand new M1. As you can tell already, the screen is a bit shorter here, a bit bigger here, so that means, you know, there's a smaller bevel, not as much, you know, it doesn't come so close to like here, it's got quite thick edges. Also I noticed this little bit down here is smaller than that. You know, it's all new. If you've got a new MacBook, you're gonna know these details. This is like 7 years old now almost. What was it? Yeah, 7 years old. Crazy. Obviously the keyboard's different. You've got the speakers on here, which are built into the actual MacBook, whilst these come out the side. What I do like about this though is that I'm like full of ports. So you've got Fireball and USBs and, you know, SD cards. You know, there's plenty on there. One thing I do like about Apple Watch. One thing I do like about the old version though is that the classic old MacBook, you know, light on the back, where with this one it's just kind of like a material, it's like a glass. So, you know, you're missing that. Having them like this actually, do you know what, I do like the new MacBook. It looks really, really nice. Very premium. I know this looks premium, but this looks even more so. And I can't wait to just get in and use the touch bar. I've never used the touch bar before, so that's cool. And then if we shut them both, we put you want to see on top of each other, just so you can see the thickness. So there's that. Just give it a bit of a closer view so you can see that, guys. So that's both MacBooks together. And then if we turn them around, you can kind of see the size difference here as well. If I line it up in the corner here, just be careful, I don't want to drop it, is you see the difference in the size there? So you've got the top and the sides. It's quite a bit cut off. You know, you'd think in 7 years it would be like a bit more slimmed down. So there's that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. I will now get into reviewing it, as in using it, and then also transferring stuff from here to there, how easy that is. Oh yeah, best mention actually, I did buy in preparation is this USB Type-C Hub Pro from Amazon. So this is so that I can transfer things across on my hard drive. Also got the micro SD and the SD card slot and a HDMI port. Now this was about 20 quid on Amazon, so I can leave a link in the description if you want to know where to get this. It's got the same color and feel as the MacBook. It literally looks identical. You have a look at that. So it does match in really nicely with the MacBook. Plugs in, it's quite stiff. There we go. And it's plugged in, the light's already on already. So definitely need to get one of these, otherwise you've only got 2 ports and a headphone jack. So I've been using this MacBook now for about 3 or 4 days, and I've got to say, it's amazing. Like, it's like having a brand new toy, and it is such a big jump from, you know, where I was on the late 2014 MacBook, coming up to here. Obviously the new OS of Big Sur obviously is a big change from what I was running on here, which I think I was running Catalina on here. So there's like, you know, a lot of difference there. And I just found, you know, there's so many great features on this new MacBook that if you're looking to upgrade, I would definitely recommend. So like, I've written down some pros and cons. Like the pros, one was the speakers on here. I'll give you a little demo quickly. I was loading up my music and it took me back a little bit because I was like, whoa, like blew me away. The speakers, like the bass, so rich compared to this where it sounds quite tinny. So I'll play you a quick. So like, I won't play too much, obviously I don't want YouTube to take it down, but I was just blown away by how good the bass and everything is on these little speakers. The only thing I didn't like about the speakers are that they're on left and right here, and they've got loads of little holes in the, you know, the top bit here, so there. So like, if you did eventually, I mean, after years of using this, I'm sure dirt's gonna get inside these holes, and for someone who's a bit OCD, it's gonna bug me. That's my only downfall with the speaker situation there. I found that the animations run buttery smooth. The whole machine is just lightning fast. And the transfer speeds from my hard drive bringing stuff over to here have been super fast. So what you could do if you was buying this new Mac and you wanted to transfer things from here, you could time machine back up to a hard drive and then reinstall everything back on this new Mac. But what I've done is set up this Mac as a new Mac because I didn't really want my old Mac on here. I wanted to start fresh. You know, it's had like 7 years of like build up and content. I just wanted this to be fresh. It also made me really think about my folder structure and the way I want like my things to like work. So that was kind of a good positive of setting up fresh. I mean, if you upgrade your MacBook every couple years, then maybe it's, you know, you might be alright to just do a time machine backup and then it's all there. But I wanted to start fresh. Now I wanted to comment on the touch bar and the Touch ID. Now I find the Touch ID is amazing. Things for like passwords and logging in quickly if it's on sleep. All I have to do is tap my finger on this little button there and I'm in like straight away. And it's good for credit card information, anything online where it requires you to type in a password, you just go and it's done. Really love that. The touch bar, I do actually quite enjoy. I mean, I've gone from not having one to having one, and yeah, I do enjoy it. I don't think it's like a necessity, but having it there is great. It's nice to be able to turn the music up and kind of just slide your finger along the volume control. It's nice. And then you can also customize it in the settings, so you could have, so I added in the feature where you can change your apps like to this layout, because on here you've got that button, but on here you don't have that button. So if you add that to your touch bar, you can do it. So that was cool. Oh yeah, and the battery on here has been the best I've had on any MacBook or any laptop. Like, I've rarely charged it in the 3 days I've had it, maybe twice, maybe, not even that. Like, and that's like what, 1 or 2 full charges, I think. So like, amazing on the battery. And I've been using this for like editing. So I've been using DaVinci Resolve and Logic Pro, and you know, I've been using that without it being plugged in, and I haven't found that my computer is draining of battery, which is great. Obviously the battery comes down, but it doesn't feel like on here, if I'm doing it on here, like I have to be plugged in, otherwise I'm like, you know, dead within a few hours. But overall as a computer, I'm loving it. I upgraded this Mac to 16 gigabyte of RAM, and I also upgraded the internal hard drive to 500 gigabyte SSD, purely because I had the 250 gig on this MacBook, and I always found that I was running out of memory. Just even like, I had a lot of my stuff on external hard drive, but things where it's like, you know, Logic, for example, you've got like a 60 gigabyte sound library. Now I know you can move this over to an external hard drive, but that means you've always got to have your hard drive with you. So having this 500 gig is great, so that I can have that sound library on my MacBook, and I don't necessarily have to be constantly tethered to my hard drive when making music, which is great. So I would advise upgrading your RAM as well. If you like do video editing, anything that requires a lot of, you know, horsepower, then upgrading to 16 gigabyte of RAM is a definite, really. Like, it's kind of embarrassing having 8 gigabyte nowadays. With the hard drive, you don't necessarily need to upgrade to 500 gig, but I felt like I'd have more flexibility. I'd be able to move about without being tethered to a hard drive. But you could, if you wanted to save 200 quid, because it is expensive to buy the upgraded, so it was like an extra 400 quid I did on the upgrades. So you could buy a 4 terabyte SSD for the price of, you know, what I paid to have it built in. So it's up to you really, whether you want to do that or not. Now, my only cons with the MacBook at the moment are mainly down to being, it's brand new and some of my programs don't actually run on it. So for example, I DJ, so I have Rekordbox on here, and they haven't actually updated the program to run Big Sur. So I get this error where I can't even load up anything. So I've been having to put my music on this machine and then put it on a memory stick so I can, you know, use my DJing equipment, which is really annoying. And there's a couple other programs that have done the same thing. And then also, if you are someone who likes to crack software because you can't afford to pay for it, then also to think about is it's going to be hard to find good software, you know, that is up to date, that can run on the silicon chip, it's going to be hard to find that. So, you know, there's that to take into consideration, because I don't crack. But if you do, then, you know, that's a big thing to think about. But yeah, overall, love the machine. It's been working perfectly for my video editing. I've decided to make a change from Premiere Pro to DaVinci now, because DaVinci's free, and you can, you know, it's meant to be like this great editing software, and the color grading on it's amazing. So I've decided to, this video now that you're watching is being edited in DaVinci. Guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be unboxing. This is 4K footage and it's playing through perfectly. There's some editing effects on there, and yeah, it's just running amazingly. Like, it's refreshing, to be honest with you. It might be expensive, but if you're an Apple fan and you like Macs, then definitely get the M1 chip Mac. You won't be disappointed. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I've given you some insight into, you know, this is just like an average buyer review and unboxing. I don't know everything about the, you know, the insides and outs of this, but from someone who does video editing and graphic design as a living, as a profession, I would definitely recommend this if you're looking to upgrade. Well, anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.